go ahead and get going.
Yes, ready.
All right, welcome guys. This is Narek Abrahamian, okay, recording 10/21 24, okay, panel upgrade part 1. Okay, so basically the first part of your panel upgrade here, it's asking us to do a makeup, okay, with in the material list it asks us for 4 3/4 2 screw connectors, Romex connectors. Okay, so you're gonna need obviously Romex connectors, which I'm gonna show you in about a second. Okay, also 20 feet of 14-2 Romex for your dedicated brand circuits. All right, which you're gonna make up in the panel and you're gonna have to label accordingly. All right, second, you're gonna need 10 feet of 14-3 Romex, which has an extra leg and shares a neutral, something you have to specify with your students. Okay, now first of all, why are we doing a panel makeup lab to begin with? Okay, because it's a crucial part of a panel upgrade. Okay, what I run through my students, which I'm gonna get to in part 2 of our lab, okay, is when we demo an existing panel, okay, there's existing circuits that we have to reconnect. Okay, so typically if the panel remains in the same location, we're gonna end up reconnecting the existing lines into that panel. Now, if it's a new construction project, okay, we're gonna have to land new circuits or new home runs into the panel. All right, so let me come here for a second to this side on our sub panel. So first of all, this is a sub panel, okay. You have to explain to your students that it may be linked to a main panel. Okay, the main panel service upgrade we're going to talk about in the second part of this video. Okay, this is the first section. All right, so they have to land their home runs accordingly. So I have Romex connectors already set up. Okay, right here, Romex connector, Romex connector, Romex connector. All right, it is the student's job to land a home run. Okay, we're gonna try to keep it short because remember, we're on a limited material as well. We can't be wasting Romex when we're doing this because this is a simulation of home runs. All right, now I'm running 14-3. Okay, this 14-3. Okay, for example, can be your washer and dryer, 2 circuits, sharing a neutral. All right. Let's start out with 14-2 before we move on to 14-3 actually. Okay, so first of all, I'm not fully going into any boxes here. There's no need for any boxes, okay? This is fine for the cutoff point, all right? The whole purpose is for you to demonstrate to the student how to land this properly, because this is part of rough makeup, okay? New construction, your walls cannot be closed until you pass rough, which includes landing all your grounds and your neutrals prior to calling for inspection, okay? So, non-metallic sheeting needs to be as little as possible, okay? So 14-2, for example, 14-2 could be your home run. Well, 14-2 is generally used for lighting, okay? But we're working with 14-2 in our labs, all right? So for our practice purposes, we have to dictate the difference that we're gonna be using 12-2, all right, for standard circuits, standard 20 amp circuits, such as kitchen appliances, okay? Fridge, garbage disposal, dishwasher, range, hood, all of that is gonna be run with 12-2, okay? But we are working with 14-2, which is essentially the same. We have to explain to our students, okay? All we're worried about is making up properly, okay? So first of all, they need to properly land the ground first. Okay. Second. Okay, before actually the land the ground, you actually have to probably let them know that they have to label this circuit. Okay, so not typically we'll cut a small piece, all right, and we'll run it down. Okay, and this will be for whatever breaker that it hooks up to. Okay, so it can be your kitchen fridge, this can be your bedroom receptacle 1 and 2, it can be dishwasher, whatever the instructor chooses the students to give. Typically I let my students pick the circuits. I give them an amount and a square footage of the home, and I ask them to distribute the circuits accordingly. All right, so I don't have a marker here, but on this I'll add maybe bathroom GFI. So bath GFI. Okay, and this will land in my breaker. All right, but before landing in your breaker, you have to land your neutrals, grounds first, and then your neutrals. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, now another important piece to this is to let your students know that the neutral is separate here. That's why we're leaving it extra slack. Okay, in a sub panel, the neutral bus bar is separated from your ground. Okay, so let me strip the tip of this 1 second. We gotta try to limit the copper as bare as possible, okay? Especially when you're landing into breakers, there can't be any exposed copper, okay? So let me land this in our neutral bar right here. Okay, and now I have one circuit for bedroom receptacles, and then the second one can be, for example, bedroom lighting or bathroom lighting, okay? But you have to dictate the difference between 14.2 and 12.2. 14.2 is rated for 15 amps, 12.2 is rated for 20, all right? Okay, one other note, key part, and we'll go to part 2 of panel upgrades. They have to strap properly. I like to use multi-channel staples, okay? We have them in our labs. It looks more organized. I use them on my own projects when I call for inspection. Okay, it's something that I suggest all instructors get. It costs about $19, guys, but it's an investment for your own class. All right, multi-channel staples. You don't have to get too many, just one bag, so the students can organize and strap properly, and then work on the makeup. Okay, that's panel makeup part 1. Pause.